What's up, everyone? Glad you're tuning back in. Welcome back to episode 579 of my Minecraft Let's Play. You see, last episode, if you've been keeping up, I've just created my giant tentacle spawner, which I've used to grind primordial pearls, and I plan on using them to create extremely primordial pearls, so I can actually start to make some progress in Avariccia. Now, I know everyone's been telling me, okay,
The Dapper Egg.
Avariccia is just a meme mod, there's no reason to actually pursue it to its full nonsense. I say to them, I say to all of them, it's part of the pack, it must be pursued, and I haven't been pursuing a lot of them as much as I should have been, but open bracket here, close bracket regardless, here we go.
Da 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 da.
Here we go. So, as you know, I need access to a lot of Terminus, but I don't have access to a lot of Terminus, as Terminus is bullcrap, as is most of Avariccia. Therefore, I have devised a wisp spawner, actually two wisp spawners, but only one of them is actually functional and I'm not around, to deal with this issue. If I recall correctly, then wisps have the ability to spawn with a few random essences as part of them. So if I happen to have a spawner that spawns a wisp with Terminus. I'm sorry, it's Terminus. Yeah, it's Terminus. If I get a wisp to spawn with a Terminus essence, then my Soul Crucible will be able to... Oh, that's ugly. I want to deal with that in a bit. Then my Soul Crucible will be able to deal with it. Well, I guess now is as good a time as any for a recap. Basically, I spawned out on an island far away from my current location. I swam and swam and swam and swam and swam until eventually I got to, well, this place. I like setting up in a desert because I like being in a place where it's nice and flat, you can see for a while. It's exceptionally flat in this case, for reasons that you should know. And it gives you a lot of place to build. It gives you a lot of freedom in what you can build. You don't have to be restricted by all the hills. So what I did was I made this first floor. I believe the first time it was built, it was just cobble, it's just glass. Then eventually, once I found my first few meteors using my compasses, I was able to put in the skystone there. And I mean, you know, I can't exactly find meteors now because all my compasses point here, but that's fine. I like the aesthetic. Then I built floor 2, where I started filling it up with portals. I used to have an AE2 system on the first floor, but I moved that to my third because it was a bit more out of the way, and a while ago I had a lot of chests down on my first floor to just be generic storage, like stuff that I didn't want to have in here because it didn't really stack well, like, I don't know, syringes filled with different things, different safari nets. But anyways, this is my portal level. You should know this if you've been paying any attention to these past, was it 400 episodes? This is my AE2 room. I also developed my stuff over there. A ton of generic machines. I just started creating a machine bank over here that allows me to more easily work with all this stuff because it's like, it's all grouped together. Right now I'm working on getting all my gold to be, getting all my gold dust to gold ingots so I can eventually turn that into gold blocks, and then I can turn that, push that into the, what's called singularity or something, in order to make it all work, make it all be one thing. Sorry for the interruption, just had to check that I was still recording. So, my my fourth floor is actually a bit tertiary. It's not, what's it, quaternary? I don't know, whatever. It's not that important. It's like, this is my Mistcraft and RF tools stuff. These are the neutron collectors. Here's Joseph Stalin. Adolf Hitler should be on the floor down there unless he died. This is just like my generic, like, this is hooked up to a grinder in the nether, which used to grind wither skeletons, but that's not really, I don't do that anymore, because I actually made a bit of progress in Avariccia, and I got a sword that allows me to kill normal skeletons and get wither skeleton heads. Here's my reactor. It's currently not operational. I don't really have to worry about having it operational for a while. Like I've got a crap ton of steam. I've got so much steam. I can just like turn on my turbine and then it'll last for so long. And yeah, so let's go on some adventures, I guess. Some bullcrap adventures. Per the norm. So, yeah, I expected there's going to be a lot of wisps exiting, spawning where they shouldn't. Yeah, just stay. Oh, okay. What's no? The Crucible of Souls shouldn't. There shouldn't be any drops. Oh, I just killed it. That's why. Okay, if I get any Terminus here, then I'm going to have to. It's always just Ignis. It's always the freaking normal ones. Okay, whatever. Maybe I could rig up like an autonomous activator or something. Maybe a turtle to bring him down to 1 health, so the Crucible of Souls doesn't have to work any longer. I don't know. That seems like a lot of work for not a ton of payoff. You know, I'm gonna run my wither spawner a little bit, my wither grinder, which will allow me to, I guess, show it off. I guess. So all I need is soul sand. I've got plenty of it because I created an RF tools dimension specifically for it. I need soul sand. Plug it into my insert tab, insert ender chest. Let's plug in some cactus. Oh yeah, crap. 1 second. I've got a cactus farm, but I just have all the cactus hooked up to this one. What's it called? Phytogenic insulator or something? Yeah, phytogenic insulator. So that I can just grow more of it. But, you know, I ran out of phytogrow, so I'm going to need to get some more of that. Yeah, plug in the cactus. And then I need to plug in 1/10 of a nether star. This is to say, 1 nether star can spawn 10 withers. But, I mean, I've got over 1,000, so who cares? I tried doing the same thing with ender dragons, but ender dragons kept destroying my spawner, so that didn't really work. I mean, like, if I wanted to be someone who didn't play by the rules, that is to say, cheater, well, more so than I already am, I'll get into that shortly. Then I just turn off mob griefing, which I've done in vanilla, because that's the only way I was able to defeat a wither. Really, I don't think I've really, quote-unquote, fairly defeated a wither here either. Really, it's just grinders, and Draconic Evolution is extremely overpowered, and I use it far too much. I should cut down on it. Actually, you know, that's a good thing I could... yeah, no. Let's do that. Let's do that. That's a good idea. I'll show you what I mean shortly. Man, this frame rate, it says, it's about what you'd expect from a Mac, eh? Mac is back, baby. It's funny because it's a reference. No, that's a lie. It's funny because I told you what it is. You see, if I didn't tell you as a reference, it wouldn't be funny. You see, it's funny because it's cringe comedy, and you're laughing at my expense right now. That is exactly why you were laughing, and no reason more. Okay, I actually asked on the subreddit how to rig up some kind of autom. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's important. Oh jeez, just suck it up. Why you suck at sucking? That's like your one. Oh, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Okay. So what this means is, do I have any more vacuum? Oh wait, vacuum has 1C. Yes. Okay, let's grab one of those, and let's grab all 6 of those. You know, I don't need 6. 2 is fine. I'll show you my AE system. I mean, it's really, it should make like perfect sense. Oh yeah, crap. It's probably just popping out everywhere now. Oh. Ah, okay. You've been struck by division sigils. Man, this is engaging gameplay, hey? Man, I certainly do love watching
The Dapper Egg.
freaking screw around with all those wacky Minecraft contraptions at
0
frames per second. Oh, great, it's probably going to randomly crash. You know, okay, there's a few times where I've actually run into a crash. Sometimes when I hold down my space bar,
to move
that
items.
crashes it. And by sometimes I mean like maybe 20% of the time, which is far too much. And sometimes it crashes. Well, actually, the last time it crashed was just a few minutes ago when I tried using the Draconic Evolution grinder on the, giant tentacle. And guess what? That annoyed me, and I had to go into MC Edit to delete the grinder. Because I guess Thaumcraft and Draconic Evolution don't go along well, which, you know, I can't really blame it. Jesus Christ. Just crash. If you're going to crash, just crash. So anyways, about the cheating. I only cheated to, like, you know, resume... Oh, crap, my parents are...
Da 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 da.